All right. Is it streaming? I can't tell. Oh, we are... The internet can totally see you now. Alright. Okay. Alright, so, Alright, hello everyone. This is the return of a really shitty podcast I never thought I was going to revive. But, it's back. And today I'm changing it up a little bit. We have our favorite, the whitest black guy in the world. We got Weebus.
Hello.
And then we got another pretty white black guy, Mr. Chaos.
I thought you were gonna use the whole skunk joke again.
The skunk joke. Wait, did I ever use that?
I don't think you did.
I don't remember exactly who said it during the stream, but there was, I don't know if it was Sheldon or someone else, but they were saying my OC looks like a skunk, and I'm not even insulted by that. Like, from a certain visual standpoint, I can actually see what they mean.
I mean, it does look like one, not gonna lie.
It does.
I mean, I can't even tell what the hell it is. I mean, it looks like...
Well, it's a hybrid of an alicorn and a husky, that's what it actually is.
Okay, yeah, I was always confused at that, because I just see an alicorn and I'm like, oh no, here we go with the alicorn thing again.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's quite a stigma out there of people who take issue with the majority of people's OCs being alicorns unless they have a good backstory, and I can understand why you may make that judgment right now, because I do have the actual backstory in chapter book form in the works right now. I just don't have a release date for it right now, but yeah.
Okay. All right. So we got two people watching. Let me throw this in the let me throw this in a chat real quick if someone's wanting the link. All right. So we got a few of interesting questions for you. Okay. All right. So the first one is, and a lot of this does come from, you know, when you were having that amazing civil conversation with Sheldon or whatever, and, you know, a couple of your other videos.
Well, it wasn't exactly civil, but it went okay. I mean, we sort of came to an agreement at the end.
Yeah, because here's the thing. That's what Sheldon does. I mean, he does it. I mean, sure, he likes to fuck with people. Sheldon's pretty good. All right, so your first question is, why do you think second relationships are wrong, other than contributing it to a divorce?
That's primarily it.
Oh, that's just
reason.
That.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, damn.
I mean, that is. I mean, well, I mean, if you're in my position, like, obviously it isn't to you, but if you're in my position, obviously that is the one big reason why you would be, like, opposed to that. But I mean, really, what other reason would there be? I mean, okay, I was about to use an example.
I was gonna say, I mean, if a person wants to try again, I mean, I don't think there's a guarantee that there's going to be, like, another schism. I mean, there's gonna be those times where it does, obviously, but I don't think it guarantees it.
Yeah. It seems like a stretch to me.
Wait, what? Are you trying to say that just because somebody wants to get in a second relationship doesn't always mean that relationship is also going to go south? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I mean, well, so you think that getting into a second relationship is would be wrong, primarily, you know, and the only reason that you say is because it would contribute to another divorce, is what you're saying? Like, it'll happen again, or?
No, my point is, them being socially allowed is contributing to divorce still being a thing in our modern society.
Yeah, but do you have anything to back that up? Like any sort of statistic or study, or is this
all
just
I need
your
is
own
common
theory?
sense.
Common sense?
Wait,
I don't...
Like when you think about it, let's say a divorce was never legalized and it was always illegal. Do you think second relationships would be allowed in that regard then?
people would still do it. People would do it regardless.
I mean, a piece of paper isn't going to stop someone.
Yeah, but they'd still get in trouble for it.
That didn't stop people.
They get in trouble for it.
Well,
if they're not cheating their partner.
Well, maybe the law wasn't all the way there back then, but at least they had somewhat of teeth to bite down on society. Not all the way, but at least they were making an effort back in the day.
Okay, but like what I'm saying is, if the person isn't cheating on their partner,
I'll be right back in a second.
Why should they not be allowed to have a second relationship? Is what I'm saying.
The thing is, it is like that's why I mean by their teeth weren't like all the way down on society. Like, yes, they didn't allow divorce, but they did allow what you just said, like second relationships. So they at least did something back in the day, but they still kind of had a ways to go.
Okay. So my one of my questions to you is, like, what if someone is being abused in a relationship and they leave? Is it wrong if they get into another relationship?
My mom brought up this example several times. I am a person who believes in not giving up, and I'm not just gonna leave it at that. Like, what I mean by that is maybe find some way to like what's the word I'm looking for? I get restrain the abuser and take him or her to somewhere where he or she can get help for that, or like talk to someone in like confinement until it's all resolved.
Yeah, but how long is that going to take, and why should that person be obligated to stay in that relationship if they're being battered or verbally abused or emotionally abused? That doesn't make sense to me.
Alright, sorry, I had to hop out for a second. Are you guys still on that first question?
What?
No, we were on the second. I asked him the second question about abusive relationships and such.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
Yeah. I don't agree with that. I don't think someone should be forced to stay in a relationship where they're being abused, whether it be verbal, emotional, or physical, especially because physical abuse can put the person in like actual danger. Some people have been gravely injured or even killed. So I think it's a bit irresponsible and a little naive to just say, oh, they can work it out. Sometimes people can't work it out. Sometimes the abuser, just doesn't stop, and it's kind of unfair to the victim to expect them to stay in that relationship.
Well, while you're on this, you did remind me of another option I did have in mind, and it has something to do with making the best of it in another way.
Doesn't stop.
And that involves, yes, leaving the guy or girl, but making the best out of being single.
Okay, but my question is, why can't... So you're saying that they should leave their partner and then never have another partner again after being abused? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically just keep your friends or just go out and buy a dildo or something.
Oh my... Okay.
Yeah, okay, I mean, I don't think I can steer you away from that, but, alright, so I'll go ahead and move on. This is actually going by pretty quick, not gonna lie. So you said once in a past video that, the good old PS3 thing?
What do you mean the PS3 thing? You mean that revenge stunt?
Yeah, could you explain that again?
I did it because, and...
Well, no, what was it? Well, no, say what it was. What did you do?
Basically, what I did was, I realized that my words were never going to get through to him. I realized I couldn't sit down and talk with him, so I decided to inflict harm in a more... I didn't hurt them physically, of course, because I couldn't afford to do a sentence, but basically what I did was, I put a PS3 on the Christmas list, and I wasn't expecting it to work, but lo and behold, it did work, and in hindsight, I guess they were just trying to, like, persuade me more that this was all okay, but as we all know what happened next, that obviously didn't happen, and I didn't very loudly, and it didn't entirely go to plan. Like, and I intended to say it afterwards when everybody wasn't together instead of just right there and then. But I guess part of my excitement kind of got the better of me, and the feeling of accomplishment kind of came over me. Basically, what I said in quotation was, "Oh, great! Now I don't have to come here anymore." So, yeah, that's basically what happened. And soon after, I due to some papers that weren't signed yet, I was stuck visiting the place about 2 or 3 more times. But after that, it was finally over. So, yeah, that's basically how that all went. And again, the reasoning for that was, I could have sat down and talked with him and his new wife about how I was feeling, but their behavior clearly demonstrated that they didn't care. So
I know, but like he still bought the PS3 for you, though. I mean, it kind of
to persuade me.
That's kind of a dick move.
I think I mean, I get it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get it. If you feel like that they don't give a shit about you, but I mean, he still bought the PS3 for you. Like, he's still shelling out plenty of money for that, and then just to do that feels really dirty. That's a really dirty move, I think.
Yeah, but in hindsight, I knew it was bribery.
Okay.
So wait, are we playing fourth dimensional chess?
What?
Are we playing fourth dimensional chess, Chaos?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so you knew it was bribery, though. Is that what you're like? Did he tell you that? Oh no, it was just I only got that just to try and, make you feel better.
Actions can speak louder than words.
No, but did he?
Maybe he. Wait, Solomon, hold on. Maybe he bought it because he wanted to build some kind of bridge with you. Maybe like as a peace offering. Like, hey, maybe if I get him this, maybe we can. Look, I know what you're saying.
No, actually, you're kind of right. Actually.
Yeah, but like, why not? Like, can't you see that he's at least trying to build some sort of relationship with you?
Oh yeah, I was definitely trying to do something, and I wasn't having any of it.
Okay.
I don't get it then.
All right.
Yeah, that I don't know. I just think bottom line for me, I think that was a dirty move, but if you want to try and interpret like his actions as I mean, like I was saying, fourth dimensional chess. I mean, I don't think, judging from what you're saying, you just have that sense that he was trying to pull something on you, right?
Well, if he was actually trying to build a connection with me again and actually make amends, why not? Oh, I don't know. Finish what you started? But no, I guess.
Okay.
By finish what you started, what do you mean by that? Like get back together with your mom?
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you know that in metaphor form, or no, maybe you don't. But, okay, yeah, sorry, I forgot that everybody doesn't use the exact same metaphor as I use.
No, no, I know. I had a feeling what you. Sorry, but I had a feeling what you meant. But like, so you're saying that the only way for him to ever build a relationship with you would to get back together with your mom, even if him and your mom are unhappy together.
They don't have to be unhappy.
Well, how do you know they're gonna be happy? They divorced for a reason. I mean,
I don't know. They could have actually persevered and worked things out. And I find it hypocritical too, because I remember my dad would very regularly lecture me about perseverance and not giving up so easily on things. And look at what he did. So yeah.
Okay then. Okay, I guess I'll ask you this next question. How is your relationship with your mother?
We do fight over unrelated things sometimes. Like the thing is, as you probably may have heard, I'm an atheist and she still is a Christian, and sometimes we have we just get into like verbal arguments about it. Like I've never hit her or anything, and I've never resorted to hating her or anything, because the bottom line is she never got in a second relationship, and she wasn't the one who initiated the divorce, so...
Okay.
So she's basically going with the second option I just told you. She's making the best out of being single, and she has goals for herself. Like, she recently got a very good paying job, and, she's, doing what she can, just being independent, and honestly, despite the whole religious tone, I applaud her for that. So...
That's wonderful.
Despite our, quarrels and, pretty loud verbal fights sometimes, you know, we still do get along pretty good.
Okay. We do have a question from the chat though. Mr. Hateful is saying, why did they get divorced in the first place?
Basically, in a nutshell, they were fighting a lot verbally.
So the typical stuff that I would typically see from somebody or a couple that would want to get divorced.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Usually that's not a very healthy thing to see.
Yeah. So,
oh yeah.
I have a question for Chaos. So if your mother did end up getting into another relationship because that was what she thought would make her happy, and she found someone that she really genuinely cared about, would you resent her for that?
That, and I would probably spend as much time away from the house as possible.
So you would hate your mom if she got a new boyfriend?
Basically. But she's made it clear she doesn't plan on doing that anytime soon. I've even asked her several times out of curiosity, hey, do you plan on, like, remarrying? And she's like, I've told you over and over and over again, I do not plan on remarrying. I've been experienced in marriage before, obviously already. I'm done with that. I want to shift my focus on other things.
Okay, I actually have a question for you, because I think I forgot to ask you this the first time. If someone, I don't know if you talked about this in your video, but if someone is in a relationship and that person dies, they're allowed to get into another relationship, according to you, or...
No, and what's even insulting is I hear a lot of religious people say, till death do you part, which is not only automatically bullshit because they're religious, but you still made a commitment, so it still lasts, like, beyond death, and...
No, wait, hold on. It says till death do you part. That means if a person dies, they're parted, because, you know, you can't be with a dead person.
Which is not only bullshit by default if you say it as an atheist, but I've heard a lot of mostly religious people saying that in their formal way they do, so... Most
religious people, I mean, you've heard from, like, what, a couple billion people directly, or... or most religious people that you've met personally?
Yeah, other than my mom, I think I may have heard it from my uncle or one of my aunts or something.
So that's just... so 2 or 3 people.
Is pretty much that's all religious, and sometimes it feels overwhelming sometimes, but yeah.
Yeah, but do you think anyone outside of that is the same way?
Yeah, but I still think it's retarded.
Okay.
Okay, wait, let me make sure I'm not misrepresenting you here. So, if a person, 2 people are in a relationship, one of them dies, by your logic, they shouldn't be allowed to get into a second relationship.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why? Why can't they find someone? Why aren't they allowed to find someone else if their partner died?
Okay, wait. Okay, but before we go on, Leo Convoy asked you to clarify. So you said that it's BS because they're religious. Leo said for you to explain that. Because here's the thing, Leo is a religious person.
Yeah, I know.
For you to explain like that they're BS specifically because they're religious. I mean, not really me asking for you to elaborate here, but for him.
Thing is, they get a lot of their morals from a book that isn't even true. Like, I mean, it could be. I mean, they keep going on about how God isn't dead, but then later, during one of my conversations with my mom, I kind of came to an understanding that God did show himself once, like, long ago, apparently, even though there's no footage or recording of this. But if that's true and he went away forever after that, showing himself supposedly last time, then I guess in a way he is dead. So if they were to say that this God was dead, 50% of me could believe them, but a lot of them keep claiming. They even have a cringy song about it, like God's not dead. So obviously I expect them to own up to that, but they never do.
Okay. Well, there you go, Leo. If you wanted to hear that, there you go. Oh, we got 6 viewers. That's cool.
Cool.
Hateful says, he's appealing to necrophilia, Stalin. What? Okay.
I love hateful.
Do you appeal to necrophilia, Mr. Chaos?
I don't know what that is. I've heard of the word, but I don't know what that is.
Weebus, could you
It's a
explain?
sexual attraction to corpses.
No.
Okay, just, well, I'm just reading what the chat says, don't worry. They're providing some insight, Mr. my man. Oh, well, Step just said something, Oh, no, my bad, I'm gonna read what Leo said first. So, Leo quotes you, you said no footage or recording of this. And then Leo responds with, I wasn't aware they had those things in the Old Testament.
Yeah, well, that's just... I mean, well, that's just an unfortunate position, because nowadays, if you want evidence for something, you obviously need some sort of picture or image.
Okay, and then he also says, this guy clearly has no knowledge about theology, but I bet he could tell you all about Twilight's friendship lessons.
Well, at least unlike religious people, I can actually acknowledge it isn't real. It's a hard pill to swallow, but at least I actually have the guts to do that.
Oh, we might need you to go on a part 2 with Leo here, but anyways, well, if you want to, okay.
Checkmate atheists.
Checkmate atheists. All right. Step. Okay, this is gonna be the last question for a while because we need to move on. So Step says, if the other person dies and is no longer in your life, why would you not want to find the same happiness of being in a relationship with someone else who is alive? I'm having a hard time understanding.
Being single doesn't have to be so unhappy. I've said that before.
Okay.
Yeah, but what if you don't want to be single? What if being with someone else is what makes you happy?
Okay, we got the Bible fan art. There's your proof, Chaos. Okay, all right. I'm gonna stop reading the chat for a minute. We gotta move on.
Yeah, we gotta move on. Yeah.
Yeah, because you said you want to try and keep this a bit short, don't you?
Yeah, I have other things to be doing right now, and I'm not really in the mood for drama. The only thing I'm in the mood for is just, you know, just questions and constructive criticism.
Well, I mean, that's what we've been doing. I've just been reading the chat, but, I mean, I don't know. I find your definition of drama to be a bit skewed because I mean, if Sheldon wants to make a stream and make fun of you or poke fun at the content that you made in the past, I don't really consider that drama. I just consider that, well, it's just somebody
I consider bashing drama, but I consider constructive criticism constructive criticism.
Yeah, because he did do a stream that was I guess a critique of your views on divorce. He did that one. Then he just made the deep lore stream, which I was on, where it was pretty much just poking fun at you at the the entire time. But I don't really consider that drama. But because I have a different view on that. But we'll move on real quick here. So next question. How did you get into the Brony fandom, my man?
Why do you want to know the story here?
I don't... We just wrote down the question. I don't know.
It was a general question.
General question.
Okay.
Let's hear the story.
I don't think I've actually ever made a video explaining. Maybe I should put it on my video.
You should. If you really... You should express yourself, man, to Twilight.
Okay. But, yeah, so, anyways, so obviously it was, in 2013. It was during the time where my dad and his new wife had just recently moved to that house way across town, and yeah, it was a miserable time. And not only that, but there was absolutely no well, okay, no, it was very limited, but there was hardly a proper internet connection at our house. So the only place I could get a decent connection was his place, so it was kind of a guilty pleasure. Like, I hated the environment there, but I would always just slink down into the basement and just go on the computer and, like, see what's going on YouTube. But, anyway, so I, was watching a bunch of random videos, and, it's a very unlikely way of discovering the show, but, I had discovered, like, little did I know it was also another show created by, you know, some of the same people who did MLP, but, I found this show, like, Littlest Pet Shop, and at first I was thinking, what am I doing here? What am I doing? Have I finally lost it? And after, like, a few weeks of like, you know, I don't know what it is, but it's not bad, to be honest. The writing is pretty decent. And then I find some clips of MLP Friendship is Magic, and I'm like, do I really want to go this far into it? And then I watched a few clips. I wasn't even watching full episodes yet. I was just watching a few clips. I'm like, oh, this actually looks pretty decent. Like, the animation looks pretty nice, and I actually like some of the songs. And alright, why not give this a watch? And the very first episode I watched in its full was a Candlelight Wedding. And, yeah, I enjoyed it, and, discovered more things about the fandom, like fan art, and other things like music remixes, watched more and more episodes, and over time I eventually saw every single episode in the series because I became a brony during the time when the whole Twilight Alicorn drama was relatively new. But,
Twilight Alicorn. Oh, okay, you know, I will... do you think that was ridiculous?
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally think that was fucking... That was so stupid. I'm like, wow, a character... That is one thing I'd like to add there, though, but... Because there was a lot of people who were flipping their shit over Twilight getting wings.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was a big deal. I mean, after 3 seasons and you want to change a character up a bit, that's fine. That's fine. There's not a big deal with that.
Like, my reaction to that whole drama is, look, it's okay to have, like, an opinion about something, but you don't see me going on a whole internet ride about it.
Okay. Alright, let's keep going. Oh boy, this next one. This next one's saucy. So you mentioned before that you are a clop artist. When did you start doing it?
Okay, if I really want to go really technical.
Okay, no. Just give a general date, and then after that, it's.
I'm not gonna talk like deep about it. I'm just talking about when I started it and how.
Okay.
It started. Well,
yeah, because we were gonna also get into why did you start doing it as well. So go ahead and explain that.
Alright, well, I mean, that's pretty simple. But anyway, so when did I start exactly from a really technical standpoint before I was even uploading anything? I guess you could say it was technically in like 2014 or 15, but then later in 2017 when I actually started getting into art sites like DeviantArt and Ink Bunny, which is another furry site, which I personally think is better than Forfinity and E621 because it's just better to navigate. And yeah, I started doing that in 2017. So I started making them public in late 2017, and then I carried on from there. Now, with the second question, like why I became one, well, it kind of originated from me just being a clopper by default. You know, before I eventually admitted it and apologized for being a hypocrite by keeping it a secret for that long. But yeah, that's basically where it originated. Like, I had artistic skills, and I knew the basics of making a skeleton base, so I was thinking, well, I'm not striving to be the best, but how about I just enter the scene and see what happens? And I gained a pretty decent following on Ink Bunny and a few other sites, so yeah, that's basically how it started. Yeah,
okay.
Nothing special.
Alright.
Okay.
So...
I'll get this next.
Okay.
So how did you get into Paw Patrol? Because Paw Patrol's not really that popular from what I understand.
Yeah, it's not as popular as MLP by any defaults, but to me, like, the writing was decent. Like, yeah, it's a kid's show, so it's inevitably gonna be a bit annoying at some parts, but I mean, honestly, it's not predictable all the time. I like how it's unpredictable sometimes. Like, obviously I know, yeah, it's always gonna be a positive ending, but sometimes some of the, you know, situations that they, you know, respond to aren't always that expected. Yeah, some of them can range from just, wow, why do they need to be called to this? Or, oh wow, I didn't see that coming. So, yeah, that's pretty much what got me into it. I'm obviously not as into it as MLP, not by a long shot. It's really something I really watch on my spare time. But, I mean, I did watch it, like, long enough to develop, like, a few favorite characters. Like, not waifus, but, you know, some characters that I like, so...
Yeah, that statement kind of confuses me, because leading up to this next question, so we, as you would know, a bunch of people have been looking, you know, at your E621 tag and, you know, some other spots, and we see some art of some Paw Patrol characters. Could you I don't... Oh, God. I don't even know where to start with this, because...
I like making Rule 34 out of the things I like. What else can I say?
Okay, but my question is, Chaos, you are aware that these characters are children, correct?
Yeah, but lolicon and IRL child porn aren't the same thing. You do know that, right? Or not.
I mean... we can get into the. Oh no, it's gonna be like arguing with Digibro. Holy shit. Let's get that. Let's not do that. But so let me. I'm gonna use Sheldon's example here, actually. So I'm gonna use the tree example. So, Mr. Chaos, I have a drawing of a tree. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show you this drawing, all right, of a tree. Can you tell me what it's depicting?
Okay.
What does the illustration depict?
I don't see anything. What did you upload it in the?
No. I'm just saying, like, theoretically, I'm right in front of you, and I am showing you a picture of a tree. What is this image depicting?
That there's a tree there.
Yes, there is a tree there. So, okay, so now let's switch it up a little bit. So let's go to Lolicon. So I have an image, with a naked child. Okay, can you tell me what this image is depicting?
There's a difference between depiction and doing.
No. What is the image? What is it depicting, Mr. Chaos?
Yes, the same thing, but then I finished it up quickly with saying there's a difference between just depicting something and actually doing something.
So you don't think it's wrong to depict children, underage children, in sexual situations?
Just as long as it's drawn and you have the proper tagging and ratings to make sure children don't actually see it, then really you're all
yeah,
good.
but
like,
children aren't going to be looking for lolicon. It's adults that are looking for lolicon.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be.
Okay, all right. Let's get into this in a second. We have a question from the chat. So Leo asks you, ask him if he's attracted to Paw Patrol characters now in all caps.
All caps, really?
Yeah. Are you attracted to the Paw? Well, no, that's what I'm reading out what he's saying. Are you attracted to the Paw Patrol characters?
Only various ones, but not all of them. Certainly, all the human characters are off the table. I think we know that by now.
Yeah, because you don't like humans, but what Leo's concern here is the fact that these characters are child characters, and like which ones are you specifically attracted to?
Pretty much the majority of all the female ones.
Aren't they like 8 and like 6 and stuff?
The wiki for the show does depict them in age in. Well, I don't know if they do it by dog years, because if you're going by dog years, they're actually almost middle-aged, but... I mean, by voice years, I mean, it would definitely be somewhere in the above 10 or just under 10 range.
So they're children.
Yeah, like, I feel like you're gonna be repeating the same points here.
I mean...
that's the bot,
attracted to underage characters, my dude. I don't...
Yeah, but there's a difference between being attracted to characters and being attracted to actual children, which is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it. I mean, I'm not gonna do what Leo would probably just straight up, yell at you and call you a pedophile.
Yeah,
but
okay, whatever.
But I'm not I'm not here to, like I told you, I'm not here to bash you. Even though it kind of sounds like I am, but I'm being.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I can distinct the difference.
Yeah. So actually that was that actually was the last one. So as I said before, let's go through a bunch of stuff in the chat. Oh, this one guy has to know. So there's this one clop image that you made with your character fucking Tempest. People are wondering, why is there
I saw your reactions to it, and I like the joke about her horn exploding.
Why is
like, that's not accurate to her story, but that's a funny joke.
Yeah, but why is there a zipper in the back of the character?
It's to indicate where the opening for, the genital area is. It's not in his butt, it's just zipped back.
Okay, yeah, because this one guy has been begging me to ask that question. He really wants to know about the zipper.
I was watching that entire stream that Sheldon was doing, and I saw the comment saying, wait, why does he have a zipper in his ass?
Alright. Let me scroll through the chat real quick here. I don't want to go on all the ones. Let's look at Hateful's questions. All right, so he asked, do you mostly write your own scripts, Chaos, or do you freestyle the most part?
I freestyle them for updates, like something like videos that aren't as important, but I do heavily edit them though. But when it comes to like serious videos that I don't want to get wrong or I absolutely want to go a certain way, then yeah, I script them. I've pretty much revolutionized scripting on my channel. I like being professional, so yeah. And I have OCD too, so it's kind of good therapy for that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, where's another one? Hayden's just asking the best questions here, obviously. He's asking, do you roleplay?
Yeah.
Well, what do you like to specifically do when you're roleplaying? What's your favorites?
Just anything that's pretty much MLP based.
Okay. Right. Sorry, just had to respond to someone real quick. Let's see here. Let's roll. Oh, Badgie asking, what's about all this piss art, and does he have a piss fetish?
Yeah, I'm into water sports. Can't you tell?
Well, obviously, because you have two fantastic images of some Paw Patrol characters, especially the one with the fire hydrant man. Excellent work with that circle on the fire hydrant.
Yeah, I can sense the sarcasm, but thanks anyway.
I mean, I'm not sure if you've seen my art before. I've fucked up plenty of times. But I mean, I could say more about that, but you know, you're pretty staunch on your stance on the underage shit. So we're not gonna go back and forth like as if this is a fucking Digibro stream.
Yeah,
for
that's not going.
That's not going anywhere. We've already stated our points. But
is the remainder of this thing just gonna be a bunch of simple questions because like?
Yeah. I mean, I'm also gonna throw out some criticism on your art as well. I'll do that.
Why don't we just cut to that?
Okay, yeah, I'll go back to questions later. Sorry, guys. But, so, let's look at this specific one. I don't want to post it, obviously. There is one that we commented on, the perspective of, we're looking at the nice booty of a specific pupper, and it's missing the fourth leg.
Yeah, I remember I made that one to kind of make it up to all the people who were into Paw Patrol stuff, since I was busy with a lot of other things like work and everything back in the day. But I see what you mean there, and I'll admit that was kind of a mistake on my end. I was doing that actually pretty quickly because I wanted to just do something, like just treat them. But yeah, you obviously caught a mistake there. So I see what you mean. I probably should have added another leg, but basically I thought it was at a diagonal angle enough to where I didn't need to put one in, but obviously now that I look at it, even for myself, yeah, you're kind of right. I take fault in that, but it was because I was like rushing it out the door anyway, so yeah. Oh yes, all right. So I will say this real quick for good old the Coon Citrus Quest in the chat. Yeah, I am ready for that amazing stream tomorrow. We're gonna I will comment. I'm gonna be on a stream with him tomorrow. We're gonna talk about the furry cub porn situation with Discord right now. That's an amazing situation, especially with the FBI investigating Discord now. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's
FBI open up.
FBI open up. We got some cub porn in here. All right, yeah, fuck it. I'll just go back to the chat real quick. Here's a fun question: are you attracted to Twilight or Purple Horse more? Well, I'm assuming he's asking more.
Both of them.
Both of them.
If you saw my video on waifus, you would know that.
Hey,
but the thing is,
I thought we did watch it, but
the thing is, in that video, I say if I were to actually be in Equestria, then yeah, the same rules would apply there. But there's like a neutral ground between Earth and Equestria, where it's kind of like the world where something like RP or Rule 34 is in. Like, the creativity decisions are endless and the choices are endless, but in real worlds, you know, rules still apply, and I still know that. So those are basically the boundaries. Again, in the video I say if I were to live in Equestria, then yes, I would have to choose between the two mayors. I can't just deviate from my principles just because I'm in a different world.
Okay. Yeah.
At least you have strength in your convictions. I can't.
Yeah.
can't hold.
You know, I'm laughing at the chat, by the way, not you.
Yeah, I'm just coughing.
I have to pay attention to the chat, obviously. It would have just been so seen to be funny. Nah, I'm not. Nah, these questions are boring. Leo says, "Congratulations, you degenerate heathen." And also repent. And again, Leo's favorite words is repent, apparently.
That's never gonna happen, Bible boy.
Hey, have you? Oh, damn! Oh, you're throwing out the names, man. Leo, you're a Bible boy. You Bible boy.
Yeah, you're not even a Bible man. And you're a Bible boy.
Bible boy.
Hey, I know how to roast sometimes.
Oh, damn. Okay. Hayda says, he's asking entertainment questions, not really bashing questions. Have you tried going to Equestria?
Well, I know that's not possible. Like, I'm not... like, yeah, I do wish I could go there, but...
Don't...
I mean,
yeah.
with common sense and everything, I can, and as I said, it's a hard pill to swallow, but, like, unlike him when it comes to, like, God and everything, at least at least I have the guts to admit that, you know, the stuff that, you know, I really like doesn't exist.
Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, you're just attacking Leo here. This is great. Okay.
I'm not exactly... Well, other than that roast, all I'm saying is, the thing is, my observations from religious people is I keep asking them to prove it and they never do so. And me, I don't have to prove anything because I at least confess that it doesn't exist. Like, I don't know if they can come out of their shell in that regard.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, I am being entertained by your comments towards Leo, though. This is great. Let's see here. Is there any more? Bring me on. Leo... Oh, jeez. Leo is asking to bring him on. He is... I mean, I'm out of stuff to do, so, I mean, I would say... I would...
Stuff. I mean, I guess I might as well just go, because I was only here for you to be asking those questions. And,
yeah.
Estelle, and was there any other criticism other than that, or...
other than, like, how I feel about, like, you know, every other answer that you've given for questions, I would like to see you have a debate with Leo. But
no, after this is gonna be it. I think I've given this situation enough of my time, and
okay.
After this, I'd like to move on.
All right.
Okay.
So there is no chance of you doing something like this again.
I mean,
because
I'll still make videos about my opinions, but as for this stuff, no, you're not going to hear another word from me. Okay.
Well, good luck with that. I mean, I'm done with you. I mean, I just wanted this because I wanted to revive, you know, my channel because I haven't done this kind of stuff in a while. But Leo is probably he's probably gonna want to do something with you. He's probably gonna bug you. He's like, yo, man, no, I want to talk to you.
Bug me, really? Like, after the years of experience where, back in the day, I used to let, you know, like, bashing comments get to me, like, you know, when people were calling me, like, a brony fag and, you know, all these typical insults. But nowadays, I don't even let it bother me, and I show that by not deleting the comments or deleting the, like to dislike ratio, so that's pretty much useless with a person like me now.
Alright, Leo's saying in the chat, run, coward. Tell him I said that. You couldn't roast a burnt chicken that you'd want to bang.
Damn. Damn, Leo.
Okay, I mean, that kind of makes sense.
And then, oh, what's Citrus? Okay, I didn't know Citrus was still watching. Okay, he asked a question pertaining to your attraction. When it comes to that, would he say he is physically attracted to lolicon art?
Like, what does he mean? Like, just in general, or?
I don't know.
I guess he means, like, are you a lolicon?
I'm not into, like, the anime or the human lolicon, but if it's anything other than that, then perhaps. Like, I'm not too keen on, like, Pokemon or, like, aliens or, like, really uncanny-looking creatures, but, yeah, it's pretty much like that.
Yeah, but yes or no, too, are you physically attracted to, like, just lolicon, my bad.
Only anything besides anything too weird or anything humans.
Okay.
So you're into cub stuff?
Oh, sorry.
Only on occasion, but like all the other stuff, it's all pretty much, you know, adult stuff.
All right. How long are you willing to go on, or Mr. Chaos, for this? Because there is a few more chat messages, but.
Well, hey, I mean, if you've already gotten all your tasks done, then I mean, like I said, I have things to do. Like I can't be here like all day, so.
Okay, so how many? So could you tell me like how many more chat messages would you like to answer?
Let's do 2 more.
2 more? Okay, 2 more. All right, I gotta pick it. I gotta pick good ones here. All right, so Hateful says, so you refer to God as imaginary, yet MLP characters are imaginary. I failed to see the distinction. Explain. What? Okay.
I'm kind of having the same reaction as you. Like, obviously, Equestria isn't real, and neither is God. So I feel like we're kind of throwing the same statements. I don't understand this question. It just feels like it's just stating the obvious.
Yeah. Because here's how I feel about it. Well, not really his explain, but I am not a religious person in any sense of the word. I'm more leaning on agnostic. I mean, there may be or may not be. I don't fucking know. I don't really care.
Same.
Yeah, that's about it. Hey, Weebus, are you watching the chat right now?
No, I am not. Hold on.
All right, pull up the chat and ask one, and pick out one last question. I'll be back in a second.
Okay, hold on. Let me just get to the. Let me make sure I pick out a good one. Sorry, my internet is like really slow.
No.
Okay. Yeah, hold on, let me see, okay. Ah, God, my internet is so bad. Good lord. Okay, let me see. Oh, Hateful asked a good question. Are you attracted to Anthro?
Yeah.
So,
but there is there is a bias though. And I actually have a list of like how I am like sexually. One of the top lines is it says, yes, I am attracted to anthros and ferals, but there is a bias. Like it's not like completely 50-50. Anthros I'm into like 30% of the time, but the other 70 it's ferals.
Okay. So you're into any kind of anthro?
Yeah.
Like even
well, I mean, with the exception of like some Pokemon and some like aliens or something that's like really uncanny. But yeah.
Okay. I'm not really seeing any more questions.
Well, I mean, you already did like one more there.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you want to wait for Stalin to get back, or.
I mean, I could let him say whatever last sentence he has.
Yeah, we can just like make our closing remarks. Hope he gets back soon. Hopefully, he's not gone too long. So I gotta say, I'm actually surprised you decided to do this.
Well, hey, I mean, if something seems like I can, if we can like get something out of it, or if it's gonna be something at least a bit productive and not just bashing. And I know that's not what you were doing. Like I said, I can distinct tones very well. But my point is, if something is gonna be a waste of time, then I'm not gonna go to it. Like kind of like YouTube comments sometimes, like kind of like a hateful comment sometimes. I'm not gonna waste my time on it. But if there's an actual argument, like if there's an actual criticism or an actual point brought up, then yeah, I'm gonna read it or I'm gonna join it. So that's basically how I operate.
Okay, yeah, because like, I mean, I disagree with you on quite a bit.
Okay, fine.
like a lot, but I do have to respect the fact that you actually showed up. I'll give you props for that.
Yeah, I remember Sheldon was saying the same thing.
Yeah, because like most people, when we do these kinds of streams, they won't show up. They're either like scared or like they don't want to give us the time of day, and that's their prerogative. But
and I don't blame you. You kind of have a I mean, maybe you're not one of them, but the vibe that, comes on in these streams is, you're kind of, I don't know if this is the right word, kind of, in, their face with the whole, it basically feels like, that, like, boardroom that, Twilight was in. I don't know if you've seen it, but, in the school days, and, there was all, there was all those, yeah, so I guess for some of them it feels like that, and I don't blame them. I have a friend who would actually fit that category. Like, I do not envision her coming to anything like this. But, I mean, look at me. Like, I'm obviously brave enough to admit what I'm into in a video for either a joke or just for a point, so... I mean,
yeah, okay.
You can't say it's exactly surprising that I would show up to this if I had the time.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Alright. Because the tone of this is, it's a bit different from Sheldon streams, because even though Sheldon streams are like, they're for like entertainment, like this is, his are more like, about, I wouldn't say just bashing, but like doing destructive criticism is what I would call it, instead of constructive.
All right, holy shit! I'm so sorry. I had to help someone real quick outside. It's pretty icy.
Okay. No, I was just talking to Chaos about like.
Oh, icy.
I gotta give him
you live in
props
Canada
for, like,
too.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not in Canada, dude. I'm in the damn Midwest, but there's some nice freezing rain outside. Everywhere's icy.
Wonderful.
All right. So, what was you just saying? Yeah. So it's not happening. You're not willing to talk to Leo. You're done with this.
Yeah, I wanted to put this all behind me, and I'm glad that this went. Well, I mean, yeah, there was some civil parts of, the whole Sheldon stream, but this was actually a little more civil. So I do want to thank you for that. And even despite you disagreeing with me, I'm at least happy that this didn't
end up like you think it
south.
Would.
Yeah, this didn't go like south and end up being a waste of time.
Yeah, because there is people do have that feeling towards me. Like there are certain people out there that are scared of me for some reason. Like they're like, oh, I don't want to talk to Stalin. He's with Vita or he's with the Barrel. It's such ridiculous shit like that.
Well, I mean, you didn't. Well, I mean, you didn't.
Romance writer.
Romance writer.
You didn't really. I mean, you didn't really seem all that intimidating when you first messaged me on DA. So.
Yeah, no shit. It's like, what's so intimidating about some random guy asking me a question on the internet? I don't know, man.
How dare you?
How dare I? How dare I?
Stalin man bad.
Stalin man bad. All right, so I'm guessing that you already picked your last question, Weebus.
Oh yeah, I already picked it.
All right.
It was about Andrew stuff.
Yeah, so even though I know it annoys you, Leo, but it looks like we wrapped it up here. Thank you, Mr. Chaos, for being on here and helping me revive my shitty channel.
Yeah, good luck with it. Even despite the fact that I disagree with you,
yeah.
Good luck with it, and hope you have fun editing the video. And I'm glad that I was able to.
Actually, I'm not gonna edit. So I was gonna actually just pre-record it, and then edit it, but I'm live streaming it instead.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I was like, poking you for the vector reel, so I can edit this out. But I'm like, whatever. One pose is fine. I'll just make a thumbnail and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Sheldon pretty much did the same thing, and I honestly got a laugh out of it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm done here. Be prepared for Leo to not be done with you.
Well, I have a technique, and it kind of stems with some unrelated drama I was in, like, about 2 years ago. It was with a fandom. It wasn't, like, debate-related. It was just with a fandom who couldn't handle criticism of their favorite character. But, yeah, I gave it, like... I call it the give it 1 or 2 years technique. If you don't acknowledge them for about that amount of time, they're going to eventually lose interest no matter who they are.
I don't think you know Leo.
I don't think you know anyone in the Barrel in general. That tactic usually doesn't work. But if you want to stand by that, go right ahead. All right. Anyways, yeah, I think we're good over here. For Christmas Chaos, if you want to do something else other than this in a later time, perhaps, I don't know.
Just from here, just enjoy your lives, and yeah, I'm pretty much gone.
All right, boys. All right, stream. We're ending the chat right now. See you later.